This video is brought to you by Wise. More on them later. Digital nomads and online business owners. Some people love them, some people hate them, but one thing's for sure, they love Thailand. Now, there's all types of them that live here. There's a bunch that are on their last $800 and are literally weeks out from booking a ticket back home. But there's also lots that are absolutely crushing it and quite literally earning hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. They do exist, but they're just not usually the ones working from their laptop by the beach every day. Either way, this video isn't going to get into how to make money online or how to be a digital nomad or anything like that. There's quite literally a million other YouTube videos on that topic, and that's not really my area of focus for this YouTube channel anyways. Instead, I'm going to walk you through the actual structure and architecture that a lot of digital nomads, remote workers, online business owners, whatever you want to call them, actually use to manage their operation and spend extended periods of time inside of Thailand. I'll chapter out each section below so it's easy for you to navigate through everything. With that said, let's get into it. Now, just quickly, and this is important, before really diving in, this isn't about setting up a Thai company and doing business inside of Thailand. That's a completely different end goal than being a digital nomad or running an online business. And there's a completely different pathway for these two things. So if that's what you're interested in, this video isn't for you. I'm going to make a totally separate video about that with a Thai lawyer and a Thai accountant soon. Instead, this video is really intended for online business owners who already earn money online and want to base themselves in Thailand. That's what we're covering today. So let's start with the foundation, and that's your company. For those that have a legitimate profit-generating business on their hands, they generally want or need to incorporate at some point. This can be done in Hong Kong, can be done in Singapore, it can be done in the various UAE free zones, it can also be done elsewhere. There's lots of options for you. The benefit of going with one of these types of places, again, Singapore, Hong Kong, UAE, is the fact that in their own way, they each have pro-business policies. That said, there's also lots of people that run everything through a company set up in their home country, such as a US LLC or a Canadian, where I'm from, a Canadian incorporated company. The choice is yours, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to focus in on Singapore and Hong Kong because that's where the bulk of my remote-centric friends that stay here in Bangkok seem to have their operations set up. They're both relatively business-friendly options, and the incorporation process is fast and clean for both. You can get everything done remotely and end up with a proper corporate entity to run your online business through. Now, there's lots of providers you can use to set up an entity in either of these locations, but the company that came up again and again when I spoke with friends actually doing this was a company called Sleek. There are other providers like Azome, Incorp, Groff, Dulux, and more. But for Sleek Hong Kong, for example, the process to open a company with them is pretty simple. You choose a company name, you appoint a company secretary, you prepare the incorporation documents, you register with the company's registry, and then you obtain your business registration certificate. Once you have all that done, this entity becomes a key part of your foundation moving forward. So now that you've got your company set up, let's talk about how to actually stay in Thailand long term. And these days, for most online business owners, that means the Destination Thailand Visa, or DTV for short. There are other options, but for this specific group of people, this DTV is the best one these days, so we'll key in on that. So as far as requirements go for this, you should first understand that this visa needs to be applied for through the e-visa system used by Thai embassies and Thai consulates located outside of Thailand. You should also note that each of these various embassies and consulates have their own specific requirements. But what I'm about to share is a general overview as to what you can expect to provide as part of your DTV application. So first off, you'll need to show proof of 500,000 Thai baht or the equivalent in your local currency in a standard bank account. Not an investment account, not a savings account, not cryptocurrency, just cold hard cash in a regular bank. And again, note that certain embassies or consulates might require slightly higher amounts because they don't just do a currency to baht conversion rate that's always changing. Instead, they pick a fixed fee, usually in the local currency of the country you're applying from, and that may work out to be more than 500,000 Thai baht. That's the financial requirements. Next up, you'll need to show an employment contract, employment certificate, or employment letter that outlines clear permission and ability to work remotely for your employer from Thailand. Now, the big caveat here is that depending on where you're applying from, you may need to show that this letter, contract, or certificate comes from a company registered in your country of origin. So you should reach out to your nearest Thai embassy and confirm this before you go ahead and set up a company in a place like Hong Kong or a place like Singapore for the sole purpose of getting a DTV visa. Now, the other option you have here for this specific proof of work, if that's what you want to call it, this proof of work requirement, is if you don't have a company registered in your country of origin, but do have one registered elsewhere, or if you're a freelancer, is you can instead show a professional portfolio showcasing your digital nomad, remote worker, or freelancer status. For example, I have a friend here that runs a business based in India, but chooses to live in Bangkok. And as part of his own DTV application, he created a PDF package showcasing his company's website. Of course, he provided the link to his company's website. He also submitted client contracts, client invoices, and very clear examples of past work his business did for previous clients. And with all that documentation, all of that proof, he was approved for his DTV with relative ease under this secondary option where you don't need to provide an employment contract, employment certificate, or employment letter. All right? Next up, you'll need to provide proof of location. So this could be a driver's license, a utility bill, or any form of government-issued ID that includes your full name and your address. Now, a lot of people apply for the DTV don't necessarily live in their home country. So if that's you and you're applying from a country you don't actually live in, of course, it's kind of hard to provide government ID that matches where you might be at the time of application. So in that case, you can usually upload a selfie that showcases the visa stamp of the country you're in. And your passport, just like a selfie like this with your phone, hold your passport up with the visa stamp of wherever you are. That's how that would work. And I know a lot of people have done exactly this from the Thai embassy or Thai consulate in Vietnam and been approved. And that's how they showed their proof of location document. Now, the last thing you'll need as part of your DTV application package is a scan of the biodata page of your passport and a headshot scan of you in front of a solid white background. So as you can start to see, the benefit with the Destination Thailand visas is that it's a relatively straightforward option to get, but the thing is, even though it's a 5-year visa validity period, at most, you'll only ever be stamped in for 180 days at a time. And this is important to note because, yes, while the vast majority of DTV holders under this specific DTV workation or digital nomad category don't have issues leaving Thailand, resetting the 180-day clock, and then coming back in, I will say, it's not necessarily a guarantee you'll get stamped in for 180 days. every single time you do this over the duration of the 5-year visa validity period. And I'm not just saying that for the sake of saying it. I have a buddy who lives here in Bangkok who is on a DTV, got stamped in for just 90 days the first time he did his exit and re-entry. He then left, re-entered again after those 90 days were up, and did get stamped in this subsequent time for the full 180 days. But that's just an important note worth making. It's also important to think about the DTV simply as a long-term tourist visa. I think the world's best long-term tourist visa. But there is no pathway to Thai permanent residency, and it's not for true long-term life in Thailand in that sense. It's also not for people, again, that plan to do business inside of Thailand. For that, you need to go a totally different pathway than what this video is about. And one final important thing worth mentioning on this front is the fact that at least as things currently stand, DTV holders can't open Thai bank accounts, which we'll get into in more depth momentarily. So let's just take a step back here. We're covering a lot, so probably a little bit of information overload. So let's just recap. At this point, you've got your active company and you've got your Thai visa. That's what we've covered in the video up to now. Now let's talk about how these remote business owners actually collect revenue, pay expenses, manage their funds, and make sure that their business cash flow is a nice machine that can actually support a high quality of life here in Thailand. And this is exactly where Wise, the sponsor of this video, becomes an important part of the puzzle and really acts as the backbone of the entire flow we're describing here. So if you're running a remote business and billing clients or getting paid from different platforms around the world, you need a way to collect that money in different currencies without constantly bleeding cash on exchange rates or waiting days, sometimes even weeks, for funds to actually clear. And that's what Wise Business was built for. That's the whole point of it. So when you open a Wise Business account, you instantly get local bank details in the world's major currencies. So think like a US routing number, a UK account number, a European IBAN, all that stuff. So that means your clients can pay you as if you actually had a bank account in their country. No weird international wire transfers, no, I only take PayPal statements, just easy payments directly into your account. And on top of that, invoicing is built right into Wise. You can generate free professional invoices in just a few clicks, add your details, share it with your client, and then they can pay you however works best for them, whether that be a bank transfer, card, Apple Pay, or even open banking options as well. And once that invoice is sent, you can actually track it in real time, see when it's paid, and then never lose sight of where your money is throughout the movement process. Now, if you're an online business owner in e-commerce, or if you're a freelancer, or if you're running some sort of a SaaS or subscription-based business as part of this setup we're describing, this is also where Wise shines because you can connect it to platforms like Stripe, Amazon, and Shopify to get paid directly from those platforms or services. And if you even want to go a step further, Wise plugs into your accounting software too, whether it be Xero or QuickBooks or Zoho, all of the usual suspects, which means that your books are synced automatically and you're not wasting hours and hours every month reconciling transactions by hand, which can be a nightmare. So this covers the revenue side, but when it comes time to actually spend business funds, you can do so in more than 40 currencies across 160 countries with your physical Wise business card or a virtual Wise business card that you can set up, which a lot of people do for security purposes. Also, if you're in scaling mode and you're growing your business, Wise lets you set team permissions and approval flows so you can delegate your finance operations without losing control. So think like allowing an accountant to look through your financial records in Wise, but being able to do so without having the ability to move any of your money or touch your money. That's why I call it the backbone of this system. Everything flows into Wise Business first, and then from there, you decide whether to keep funds in foreign currencies that you got paid in, convert it to other currencies at the real mid-market exchange rate, or move money into your Wise personal account to actually live on here in Thailand. And this distinction is important because remember, those on DTV visas can't open Thai bank accounts. So a Wise personal account bridges that gap. And in practice, it's dead simple. You just move funds from your Wise business account straight into your Wise personal account, which can easily be done inside of the unified Wise app. You can just toggle between your business account and your personal account. It happens instantly. And this way you've separated business money from life money, and you still can actually spend here in Thailand without things getting messy. From there, once the money is in your Wise personal account, you can get the Wise personal debit card to spend here in Thailand at the mid-market exchange rate, which is similar to the one you see on Google, instead of the padded bank rates that really add up over time. Or you can spend online as well, whether it be booking a flight to one of the islands or scheduling a Grab ride or shopping at Villa Market or Tops Market, something like this. On top of that, Wise also makes bigger expenses for your personal life here in Thailand pretty painless as well, even if you don't have a Thai bank account. So one example, right? Like if you need to pay your landlord, you can send money directly into their bank account to cover your rent in baht from your Wise personal balance. Same goes if you need to cover a medical bill, pay for school fees, or pay utilities. It's the same process. It's all direct and it's all transparent. And then for the times you actually need cash in hand, which does happen here in Thailand, you can withdraw using your Wise card from any Thai ATM, and the withdraw amount comes straight from your Wise account. Again, either at the real mid-market exchange rate or directly in baht if you hold baht inside of your Wise account. It's your choice. No matter what, it's pretty straightforward. And all this is really important because I know I keep on saying it, but with the DTV, as things currently stand, you can't open a Thai bank account, which means without Wise, you're stuck relying on patchwork solutions like carrying cash everywhere or overpaying on fees with foreign cards that just chip away at your income month after month. Wise just solves that problem in one clean step. Business money comes in through Wise Business. You push what you need into Wise Personal, and then you just live normally here in Thailand. Pay your rent, cover your bills, tap your card, pulling cash whenever you need it. It just works, and it's the best system for DTV holders and online business owners staying in Thailand long term. So if you want to try Wise, check the link in my description below, or scan here to claim your free card, or get a fee-free first transfer up to 500 pounds. Okay, now, I know this has been a lot of information, so let's just recap the flow and the architecture I've spent this entire video describing. So, step one, if you want or need to run your online business through a legitimate entity, start by incorporating a company. You have any choice you want for where you want to incorporate this. Lots of my friends choose to do it in Hong Kong or Singapore, but there's all sorts of different places out there you can do that. Step two, secure your stay in Thailand using the DTV visa. Step three, handle all of your business income and business expenses through Wise Business. And then step four, move the money you need to live on into your Wise personal account to cover your cost of living in Thailand this way. It's a structure I've seen play out time and time again for remote business owners that stay here in Thailand long term. And it's scalable whether you're a solo freelancer just starting out or have been in business for a while, are crushing it, and have a growing team. This is just one way lots of legitimate digital nomads and entrepreneurs structure their life here in Thailand. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you're still in the planning phase of your move to Thailand, I'd highly recommend you check out my 8-part relocation series all about moving here the right way. The link for that is below, or you can scan right here. And if you want to get set up with Wise yourself, just click the link at the top of my description below or scan here, and you'll have the choice between a fee-free first transfer up to 500 pounds or a free Wise debit card. So with all that said, hope you enjoyed this, hope you found it informative, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.